Oh, yeah. Yeah, this one. Okay, how? Maybe this one just longer. Yeah, it's okay. Quickly finish. Because I can use a PPT until this one download. Okay. Okay, guys. Last week we learned about how to add the hand. One hand, okay. One hand grab. One hand grab. This. The slide. Intuitiveness. Intuitive. Need some, the we don't understand how Quest is working, what kind of SDK we are using, and is that application support for different algorithm, how they are going to detect my finger or hand. User don't need them.
就是 user 就是用户，他们不会想要知道，就是你怎样去制作的，你的工程是怎样，你的演算法是怎样，他们基本上不会理你的。
But the user should be able to connect the things or interact with the objects. It should be like a type of realistic. For example, I use a finger, okay, like a gesture. We have a different type of gesture. Can you tell me, when you are working with the iPhone, you use one finger, two finger, three finger. Mac touch panel, you have one finger, two finger, multi-touch. How do you get them first? In the first time, how did you learn about them? How did you learn about them? In the Mac.
Yeah.
You do by yourself. User menu. You are looking at user menu.
Or by friends.
Yeah, by friends. But first time you don't know. Even maybe some of the Mac users, like after 6 months later, realize, I can use three fingers. This is a very interesting and also awful thing, because some kind of actions or like a gesture, we realize or we understood while we are doing it, or someone already explained us how to use them. But you don't know how they are going to track our fingers. We have no idea. We don't need it. But I can use the three fingers. It's quite easy to touch and can make it a bit more faster. Okay?
他就是说我们用户就是只是会在意就是那个interaction 这样那个互动性，对，就是他怎样去使用那一个东西。
In the gesture interaction, normally I would like to share. This is the gesture icons, okay? Many different Android. This is Android interaction tab. The double tab. Use a two finger. Okay, maybe touch and hold. Okay, drag fix. Okay, then this is Mac OS. Mac came to work with the Mac OS X. Now you can see. Sorry, this one you can see that Mac's iOS. Two fingers and the rotate and spread, the pinch, drag, okay, like a double tab you can use. But after iOS X introducing, you can see that more options came. See, it's introduced the three finger, and also finger drag and finger the sweep, finger sweep, and also including four fingers. Like we have like a type of the finger, finger swipe. Okay, like these 3 fingers. Yeah, and then this one is a finger, with the thumb and 3 fingers. Any of 3. But we have a rest of 4 fingers. Okay, you can use any of 3. Okay, and then these are now you can understand intuitiveness. Probably intuitiveness means people free access content, interact contents without concerning about what algorithm it has, algorithm used to make that application or tool or interface. No need. That is basically what is the meaning of intuitiveness. Okay.
Intuitiveness 呢，就是说它就是我们很容易、很快，就是很方便、自由的去用那一个就是有那个用户体验，就是去用那一个东西。
But now some of the devices, like a joystick, if you play from joystick in your childhood, okay, even when you look in this one, you have some idea because these buttons almost similar with the game, the joystick, yeah, like that. Okay, understand.
这个Oculus 的控制器就其实很容易用的，因为它像 Xbox 或者PS5 那些，就是已经跟他们很像，所以大家都知道怎样用。
Okay, then intuitive interface or in the VR, after jump into the VR, if you see hand, then you feel to touch everywhere. But except the touch, do we have other type of interaction? Just like a gesture, paper, scissor, tone. If you want to make like a, okay, we can see, we have a sample, we can see. Okay, and then but the designer's job, because I told you last time, you guys need to design the game for block arranging game. Okay, but before block arranging game, you may have some idea about how can you design this one. That's why designer's job is you have to facilitate user this intuitiveness, okay, by conveying the message or maybe voice or some kind of like information you still need to provide. Okay, that's why here designer's job is to facilitate the user to form this intuitiveness by conveying message through the word and interface, a concept that allows the creation of mental model. Know how to do, but after you get used to your iOS or your Apple device, you always you working that. Okay, your mental model is replaced with those basic operations. But after using 6 months, if you're going back to the Android, what will be it?
Like habits.
Yeah, it's really problematic sometimes. Yeah. Maybe everyone already have it. She already Mac. Sorry. iOS. Anyone in iOS? iOS ma? Everyone. Yeah, maybe you can just a little bit explain. Yeah, here, did you understand my point in here? For the VR designer, XR designer, yes, you still should have to, facilitate this intuitiveness. Okay, very important.
我们最重要就是设计师最重要的就是怎样去做成这一个intuitiveness， 就是我们要设计一个给他们就是在脑袋就是在精神上面就是有一个习惯，就是很容易可以做出来的一样设计。
等一下。This one? Oh. Now connect.
This one?
Yeah, this one. This one is already login Nani ma.
Yeah.
This one Nani. Okay. Okay, login. Can you check this one is login? Why? Maybe
Is this connecting in the same Wi-Fi?
this is. I think this is a problem probably. Maybe you would like to use my handphone.
Yeah.
This one, ma.
Yeah. I think it's here.
Maybe this one.
That is something.
Nani, okay. It's connected.
Not yet. Not yet. ECCC?
Sorry?
Is the Wi-Fi name ECCC?
No, not this one.
Stream is
Oh yeah, this one. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. OBS
Okay.
Okay.
Now what's that?
Maybe this one.
Maybe I will open it.
Sorry guys, we it's connected.
Connect.
Okay.
Maybe guys.
，This is open.
Yeah, open. Yeah, open. Connect. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. 现在那个 streaming 的吗
有，
？OK。有声音吗？
我拍的是很快。
Yeah.
有声音。Maybe need time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, okay, it's connected.
Oh, this one closer. Right. Okay, next.
Next.
Yeah,
Okay.
finish. Yeah. Okay.
Still not on there. Maybe change.
This is a different one.
Maybe change
I think this doesn't work. You sure? Last time we used this one.
Maybe I try.
Backside one, I think.
yeah.
Yeah, this one is a backside, not a front.
Oh yeah. 好像上一次也是这样。
可是它出现这样。
OK 可以啊。
Yeah, that's a problem. This one doesn't work.
OK
Okay, it's a fake account, fake device.
remember it.
I should remember. Okay, guys, now maybe we can stream. Okay, can you see my? Okay.
We can see now. It's red.
Wait a moment. Oh, no need this.
Oh, now can.
Yeah, this is a PC. Okay, this is another thing I want to show you, but this is not my idea to show. Show you. I want to do different thing, but this one I can show you. This is a link cable. If you connect to the link cable, this is a disable Adobe link cable. This one is another way. Last time we streamed our inside Oculus into the PC. Okay, using this streaming. Okay, now if I need, I can go to desktop. I can access my desktop PC. This is my desktop. See,
Oh.
this is my computer. Okay, this is my desktop window. You can see this is my Quest Hub, and this one is my application. Okay, this application last time we developed. Okay, this last time we developed this application. Okay, close. Okay, I quit that one. Okay, already, because we can tell our when we are loading, we can tell to our Quest we are going to use the Quest link cable. That means we can directly can access our PC. Now I'm not going to do that one. I'm going to show this basic one last time what we did. Okay, this this is we did last time. Can you remember? Okay, this is this application. If we are looking at, we don't have any, but here have some label. Okay, you can see, but they don't work any. They don't have any function. Okay, we don't have any function here. But you can see this one if you are looking at, but one of hand is working. See, one of hand, not the both hands. See, we can't. But if you see the grabber can do. Okay, we can put each together like this, but this one is not grabbable last time. Probably we didn't decide it. Okay, this is still grabbable, we can see. Okay, we can put, but when we are, because this one kinematic, this one also kinematic, that's why when we hit this one, see, it was sorry, it was a flew away, you know. Okay, kinematics, but they all are work with one hand, but we don't have any type of information right now. We don't have touch this one or go forward or maybe push the button. We don't have anything because we only have our hand. Okay, that's pretty intuitive. We can see the eyes can grab. If you grab it, it can grabbable. Okay, but if you put a two hand, it needs something information we should provide.
现在只有就是一只手去抓东西，其他什么都没有。譬如说推它，或者两只手一起做拿起那些东西，就现在这些全部都做不到。就是现在要弄的就是要弄两只手或者其他就互动感上去。
And this object you can see that this is a box. Okay. This is a box, just a sample. These all different type of objects. You can see all objects I explained last time. It should have a rigid body, okay, and a minimum is a grabbable script we should have, and then have the one grab freehand transformer. Okay, then we have a two-hand transformer. See, we can touch from two hand. Let's try to build this one. Okay, I hope build setting already we set up last time. I don't need to explain because you already know it. Okay, and I'm going to add this one. Okay, build and run. I would like to show you, because last week I only explained the one grab free transformer. Okay, but today we are going to use the two grab free transformer. Okay, more further.
上一次老师教的就是 one grab 的，现在老师想要跟我们讲的是 two grab， 就是对，就是有不同，但是不知道有什么不同，对，所以就要听老师说了。
And but when we are designing the game, because our main plan is we would like to design the game for block arranging, okay? But the interaction, you know, hudong, interaction is a design metaphor, okay, design metaphor. You know metaphor? Metaphor. Kind of conceptual idea, you know, metaphor. You can search what is the meaning of metaphor. Oh, tomate. I think I can copy this first and put in a.
哦，是隐喻。
Guys, like this, okay? If you feel like kind of like an interaction is a metaphor is a concept that make advantage of specify knowledge, information you may already have in other domains. That's why I said the game. Okay, last time I told the game that is interactive game, that block arranging game. We know block arranging game. If you're going to use a block arranging game with this, probably we need to map. Selection is which button. Select what button for what. But if we have a hand, very easy, we can push or pin, like grab or pinch, okay, or poke, okay. Many different things we can do. But if I use this one for select this one, select the object, hold and trigger button, hold and move, then how many tasks? It's a different. It's a different. If I select this one, I can grabbable, just a grabbable. But if you use this one to grab, move, select, hold, push up, release, then how many? It's not a direct mapping. It's not a direct manipulation. Okay. Then we have in interaction design principles, we should have to think about later. Okay, I can come back this one. Mapping. Okay, mapping is a very important part, because that's why earlier previous sample I said that this one. Okay, wait a moment, this one okay, hopefully still casting. Can you see? No, not yet. Okay, now you can see that this is grabbable. Oh, see, two hand can interact. Okay, is a two hand interaction. Earlier, one hand. Okay, if I put a two hand to this object, see, it can be scaling and also can make transforming. See, this is a grabbable and transform. Okay, and also this one can, if I have a two hand, earlier one hand grabbable we used rotation, one hand rotation capability we apply as a one hand one hand operation. In here you remember we had in this example, we can go to back to, I was in wait a moment, data hold, this one. Okay, I'm in here Unity. Okay, you can see this one is a one hand. Okay, one hand one grab freehand transformer. This is a two hand two grab free transformer. Okay, that's why in here we are able to use a constraint for like a rotation or whatever things do. But in case if you don't have a two hand to rotation, we should add this one grab rotate transformer. Okay, one grab, that means one hand rotatable. Okay, or rotate over X, rotate over Y. Okay, we have to do. Okay, wait a moment, we can go back to our sample here. I'm still here. Okay, this one last week we did, can you remember? Door open scene we did this one, and here is the hinge. Here is a hinge. I can show you later. Okay, then okay, this one is only grab, but my hand is not a physics. My hand doesn't have the collision. That's why I can take it. If I put here, you can see the release, it will drop because my hand now I feel, because I'm using the same hand, but this one don't have any collision. Okay, feedback, we don't have feedback here, but this one feedback is there because this is a table. Okay, this is not real table, this is a haptic now. Exactly, this hand table and my virtual table is the same place. Then I feel like it's realistic, but it's not realistic, not really like that. Okay, now you see that every object have a two two, yeah, what is it, tell me again. Yeah, in here you can find the here two grab freehand transformer. And how about this Obacha? See, can't, because I think we can find her. Okay, here you can see the doll. It's like a doll is a rigid body, physics grabbable, and this rigid body drop into here. Okay, and this one we don't have a transformer. Do we have? No, only grabbable. Only grabbable. Okay, that's why we can't hold this. We can grab it. Okay, we can grab her. Wait, I can grab her because grabbable. Even I don't add the one hand grabbable object. I don't add it, but still I can see. Okay, now you can understand what is the difference in between one grab and two hand grab. Okay, we can today learn. Okay, let me go back to our theoretical part. Do you want to translate?
很长。
但是我可以念的，
OK。
谢谢爸爸念。
You understood?
Yeah, they understood.
Okay, right. This is very. 真的吗？Okay, okay. Okay, here now we are going to talk about this interaction metaphor is a concept that take advantage of a specific knowledge and information the user may already have of other domain. An example is how VR user may think they are walking even though in most implementation the user is not physically moving by their feet, but we feel like flying, or we are inside a moving, we feel it. Okay, that's one is what we call as a not 100% interaction, but some of the interaction metaphor we can use a fly hand. Okay, we can use both hand to fly or whatever. The interaction is intuitive content creation. Most important thing is the concept we are thinking about content, narrow. Content also have a metaphor design like a flower bed, or maybe dream world, or maybe experience world, or maybe cyberpunk or whatever. Contents have a metaphor too, but also design also have metaphor. For example, think that a cyberpunk, what we call it, okay, in the future, the moving or flying. Do you want to make a contents looks like a visually like a future, like a cyberpunk visuals? But what about interaction? How do you going to do? Or maybe like animation. Animation you have like this, Sometimes animation you have like this, in a cartoon anime you have like this, or like this. How you going to this kind of interaction as a metaphor to bring inside into the game or world? You need to think about it. It's not only walking or not only always teleporting. What we know already, teleporting. Teleporting, You don't know teleporting? Maybe I need a little bit more wire. 等一下。
都需要那个隐喻，就是说他怎样可以做到，是你戴上那个 VR 眼镜，就有感觉好像你在可以飞呀，或者其他的动作，可以做得很真实。
This need a controller. Okay, this is a Steve made. This is Steve made, okay? Guys, you can see can you see the monitor?
Yeah.
This is a teleporting. I'm not really walking through inside, okay? If I want to go to there, I can jump. Okay, this is AMBD gallery made last year. These artists are real artists, okay? Not a fake, okay? The real artist. Okay, he is from Korea. Okay, 88 artists show the 88 artists, real artists show in this space. Wait a moment, I can show you. Many of virtual galleries are fake, just for the explaining about the contents. And if I go to this one, she's from Taipei. Maybe sometimes your teacher also you can find. Maybe she's from Taipei. No, Taichung University of Science and Technology, and she Tainan. Okay, and maybe Tainan University of Inyankajidashi. This is Kunshan University. This one is from Kaohsiung. I think this one is Korea. Okay. This is Kaohsiung University. You can see this is a teleporting. I would like to, I'm not walking through, okay? I'm not virtual walking like using my legs, but I'm still, jump into the places. That is a teleporting I'm just using, okay? This is a winning work in this exhibition. This is the winning work. Xiaomi from the Bangkok. This work is a winning work. Many of judges judge. And also I can go to here, and you can see this is animation. The animation also display here. Maybe you can find this is, maybe he's also from Inyan Kajidashe. And this one also winning work. Sorry, this is a winning work. I'm sorry. This Grand Prix is going to Chong Sui Lan Sensei from Tainan Inyan Kajidashe. Tsuran, the early previous department, head of the department. Okay, now you can see this is a teleporting. Yeah, see that I'm not going to walk using my leg. Okay, it's not like our front. We have the HTC Vive. We can also walk. Even I can walk inside like this. Okay, but it's very limited. Okay, I can move like this. Okay, then but the disadvantage here, I want to select this one. If I use the fingers, touch, push the button, and it will pop up. And then if I have like can you see my the physical body? You can see, not the virtual. Okay, if I open my hand like this, if there's a menu come, pop up the menu. I select from the finger. It's more intuitive than I push this one, click, move close. This is not reality, okay? This is a kind of like a mapping via this device operations or device buttons. But real life, we are enjoying in here like gallery, looking at, okay, move, or close, look at, okay? Sorry? Yeah, can walk, but I need to be space. See that? Okay, I can see it. If I go more further, I'm going to away from my, the area. Of course, I can walk through, but we don't have such a big, large space to walk through. Then we need to redefine the space. Okay. Wait a moment, because we are in here. Here, they may control it working in the handheld controller. This is a handheld controller, I told you. Okay, they may controlling the working inside the virtual set using teleporting.
就是说我们刚刚用的就是用那个控制器去做那个转移，就是身体的转移去另外一个地方。
For these kind of interfaces, user often assume they are traveling certain height, certain surface. Therefore, if that height changes, the interaction will no longer fit with the user's mental space, mental model, okay, mental size. For example, this space, okay, if I wear, I don't have my really understanding. I have walked through this length from here to here. I don't feel, okay, I just jump into here. See, I jump to here, or I can jump to there, but I don't know about how long, how many steps I have, walk or spend my the time to step on this corridor to reach to here. I don't have. Okay.
那就是说如果用刚刚那个例子，就是他按一个按钮就可以转移到另外一个地方的话，他基本上他不会知道那个距离有多远，就是。
Oh, I didn't. You didn't see it. Sorry. Here, what I said, this one. Maybe you didn't see my view. If I view like this, one by one, step by step, I can go. See, but here my first starting point. Okay, physically I can walk by, but this gap doesn't feel or doesn't exist in my virtual world, because I cannot physically walk. I can only reach until that wall, but the virtual world I have very far, see? Then I don't feel this space as my mental model. I don't feel this length because I only use this one to jump. See, that's the disadvantage.
他就是说这个就是那个缺点，就是没有那个很有那个真实感，就是知道它距离、它的空间有多大。
Yeah, and now you can we can go to here. This one is you need to walk up, understand. But our game, what we are going to design, Tsumiki. Tsumiki game is a block arranging game, is like a table. Then we can turn back to here to where, or maybe move to there, no problem. Because physical space, virtual space, mental space, all going to be same because space is smaller. Then we can walk inside our virtual scenario is exactly one-to-one mapping, direct mapping is no problem. Okay, hello. And the interaction metaphor, several ways to make the mental models more coherent across the user to provide a manual communication with the users, communicate with the virtual world itself. In fully immersive VR application, there's no need assurance that the user will look at manuals or walk other things user cut off the real world. Okay. For example, when I'm making virtual world in here, we can see later connecting the Oculus Quest. Okay, then this is a room. This is a room, virtual room. I'm walking inside the room, then I don't need to measure, say that, you need to use the joystick to jump. I don't need to define because physical world, real world, same size, I can move. But the previous example, you saw that a gallery is so big, very longer. We should walk, but limited. That's why we use a controller to use the joystick to teleporting. Can you translate?
他就是说这个就是 fully immersive 的，就是那个戴上 VR 眼镜的那个空间跟实体上那个空间是一模一样的，这样他就可以真的是真正可以走路那个空间感会有在里面，就是很真实的。
Yeah, it should be taken in. Yeah. It should be taken into account. There will not always be expert, okay, to directly explain the working of the interface. Then, if you are going to use Oculus, I need to teleport, I need to jump. It should tell you how this application is going to work. But this one, we didn't explain too many things because it's a gallery. Then they can just only click 2 buttons only. We don't need to add too many stuff because if we are go to the gallery, we just looking at it and then interact with the name, interact with the artwork. Other thing is walk. That's it. Okay. If you have manual, then we can open it.
他说就是那个刚刚那个例子就是那个 gallery 叫什么画廊就是他
展览。
展览，就是那个就不用那么多的
exhibition is 展览，
那个
画
那个工具那个用途在里面，对，就是因为只是要看它的名字就是看那个画就那个画作就 OK。
But this one, you can see this application. If we are concerning as a metaphor. Okay, this is not like the gallery, okay. This is the interaction is what? What is the metaphor of the interaction? Drawing, isn't it? Hello?
它的那个隐喻就是画画。
Okay, this is you know the for us for drawing, okay. Then what is this one for? This one for the trigger, see? It should indicate, it should show something here, okay. Otherwise we can't understand what is this, what for. This one say the hold trigger to paint, hold trigger to paint can make it. Then he say move thumb stick this one to thumbstick, see? This can provide us more information. Can you understand? Can you see my view?
Yes.
Yeah, now you can see that. Point to interact. He will pop up this one, see? Pop up. Then ask into, okay, touch. This is the color. Okay, then brush. This is a brush, see? If I push this, touch, touch my joystick, you can see that it's go to more larger, smaller, see? And if I go back this one, see? Different brush. Okay, I can make it more larger, see? Okay, now I can paint. Okay, can you see?
Yes.
Okay, I can paint many different, if I want to make a surface, I can paint. But now you can see all these indications tell us, okay, tell us what to do. See this one for the scaling. Smaller, bigger, smaller, this information will show us.
刚刚这一个就是它就有那个 manual 的概念，就是它会每一个按钮，它会叫你那一个用途是什么，它你按下去会出现什么反应。
Then here the several way to make a mental model, but drawing mental model we know take a pen and pencil. Pen and pencil we can draw. Okay, I will teach you how to make the VR pen to draw something. We can make a sample app how to draw. Okay, and but here you can see that this application is what is a painting? Not tilt brush, I think the open brush. Open brush means application. It should have a different type of brush size, color, or maybe objects, many things we have. That's why we need to communicate with the virtual world itself. Then think about your application now. We are going to make later about our Tsumiki game, block arranging game. What kind of information do we need to provide user? Can you tell me? Can you tell me? Block arranging game, what do you want to provide?
Maybe
you know this one, you know this game, you don't need to tell anyone. Eh? You know this game. Most of them know this. If you see this game, you know this is Jenga. Okay, if you see this is a Japanese game, Jenga. If we make in a virtual world, then we know that. Grab and move to another place. You don't need to detail. Okay, but our block arranging game probably different. Like a how to say, like a Lego. Okay, everything is a grabbable, or is a how to make. You need to get some information. Okay, what do you need? Jenga is a common, people can realize. Okay, but our task is a block arranging game. We have to make a block arranging game. This is nobody knows. Okay, they have a different types of game rule, isn't it? Hello, can you understand? Yeah, if you are going to make this kind of application to game into VR, we have to tell us what to do. We need a guidance. If the game is a cup arrange, it's also realized. If you see the picture, you can intuitively think that I need to follow it and I arrange. If you see this kind of things, you need to try it and find. Then how you are going to provide information? Verbal or by the label? How?
老
你
师说的就是要给那些提示给他们，就是让他们知道我现在要做什么，就是那个游戏是怎样玩。
就是那个三角，比如说三角形的形状还是一些特别的形状，它要组合成一长条，或者是它需要去组织，它需要去思
But I think most of you guys are from material art, isn't it? Material art students. Material art, maybe you guys are from design. You know some design, isn't it? I think Chang doesn't know because he is from the music. Okay, you too music. But you three should know.
Wait, I don't know.
You don't know? Yeah. Don Norman, sir. Don Norman is the very famous guy for the design. Okay, Don Norman. Normans have Norman told the design principle. Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, Norman told the one thing is a visibility. Visibility is a very basic element. Visibility is a basic principle that the more visible element in the more likely to user will known. For example, this one, if I see this is interface, okay, no matter VR or things. If I see this one, this is a visibility. I can see this is a controller remote. I can see these are buttons. If I don't have buttons, okay, or name or things, we cannot concern it as a design because people need to find it. But this one, when we are looking at visibility, this is a red for the power, and this one is for menu for blue, and this one is for the maybe echo for power saving. Power saving menu. Others is our basic functions. Visibility. Okay, visibility is very important. That's what Norman said. Okay.
他说那个视觉上面是非常重要，就是有里面怎样去提示人家，比如说有那些 symbol 或者字就是文字。
Then for the VR, the user often need to figure out how to work the system, interact in VR. Okay, then the discoverability is exploring what something does, how it works, and what operations are possible. That's what Norman said. Okay. Norman said discoverability is very important after being in there, because VR is what we are talking about, presence. You know what is a presence? Not the birthday presents. The presence, be there, some virtual world. Okay.
那个现有感嘛，可以说是怎样去翻译？我不懂那个中文。
In Chinese.
就是现在我在这个地方那个现对。
But there's another one is a telepresence. Telepresence. You are in somewhere looking at, and then I know you are there. We are talking each other. Telepresence. Telepresence, multipresence. Okay, many presence we have. How maybe. Then to discoverability is very important. Okay. I go and then I come back this one too again. Here, you remember this one? Do you know this movie?
Yeah, Star Wars.
Yeah, Star Wars. Telepresence refer to the technologies which allow person to feel as if they were present. Okay, to give the presence of the being present, or to have an effect via telerobotics. Okay, these are the things we need to teach the people. Interactive media, like interactive, immersive media. We need to learn about what is the presence, what is the telepresence, what is the multipresence. Okay, and then also designing something. We should able to provide some information to discoverable information. Okay, for example. Maybe this is just about this one I can talk. Here you can see that the virtual world, we can be in another world, like transferring many different techniques, like a scanning body and placing, like now we have a virtual production also. It can be in your scene. I can be there lively. This also can do, but this one later, no need. Another day I will talk. But here, what I want to talk here is discoverability is very important. Then your game load into there, it should come to your eye level. I told you last time have a floor level, eye level, okay, eye height. If your game load to like this, last time is pretty good. I was here. Virtual scene is here. It was pretty good. You can see this one. Okay, wait a moment. I'm here. Okay. I need to. But this is a game I'm working. This world I can make a scale down. Okay, working because it's art. Let's go our develop program. I'm sitting right now. Okay, see, this is table. This is very good because why? It's loaded into my head height. See my head height. Now I load this application this level. That's why I can, it's pretty good. See, this is the most important thing. If you make a Jenga, if you load, discoverable, oh, this is a game, but this one, see there, oh, because it cannot detect the option. Yeah, if you detect it, it can find, okay. And therefore, this kind of, if you are designing the game inside, we have here, we have our game inside. That's why we have OVR camera rig, and here we made a floor level. If you have floor level, this is a 0, okay. Then my head I down sit, then it's always load to my eye height, okay. It's need to be realized, okay. Then now when you are making game, you have a table, okay, or bed. You better to make a contents quite easy to identify. Okay, understand? Maybe translate.
Yeah，他说的就是那个发现性。他说其中一个很重要的就是它的高度，就是它的 level 叫什么？
这个 here
是那个
floor level。
对对。
eye level, floor level, stage。
他说地平线，对，就是那个地平线要在 floor level 的，要在那个地板还是在那个eye level 上面？就是如果在 floor level 的话，就很容易戴上那个 VR 眼镜的时候，就很容易知道，就侦测到你在那一个位置。
Now, this is pseudo haptic. Pseudo haptic. Haptic means a touch. Okay, touch. Okay. My real object, virtual object in same. I feel like there's a my mental model realize there's a table. This is pseudo haptic. Pseudo. Yeah. That's so pseudo. Fake. Yeah. But mental just try to think. Okay. And
Is English?
yes.
Oh, okay.
This is English.
Okay.
England pseudo.
Okay.
How? And then this is I touch this one, but my mind is thinking, if I see that this table, a box, okay, this box, I touch, then I can open it. This is discoverable, okay. If I can see quite easily, but these information also important, okay. Sorry, info. You can see, okay. Here, see, wait a moment. Okay, something information should be discoverable about your game. Okay, after when you are going to design it. Okay, let me go back to this one. Theoretical part. If the user provided with essential tool, this can facilitate them in discovering how an interface works through the consistent affordance and unambiguous signifiers, constraints to guide the actions and easy interpretation, intermediate and useful feedback, and obvious and understandable mapping. I'm going to translate this one in there. Maybe then you can help to translate rest of the stuff. How? This is what I copy.
一种可以很多花样的一种设计嘛，万花对，有点像万花筒的那种，
This
也不像是万花筒，它就有点像是它会像是那种土耳其式的图腾。
Can you understand this one? Okay, if you are going to make a Tsumiki game, Jenga game, you should provide enough, information, affordance. This previous one we have for the gallery, virtual gallery, we have a label. We feel to touch it. We feel to point it because affordance. Wait a moment. Okay, here, if I see this ray, this is like a Star Wars. Okay, if you see this one, then ray is another important point. If you are looking at this can move. Okay, this after looking at this white label, I click it, pop up. Okay, click it and pop up. Okay, and then this one game become a green. Okay, release it, jumping to here. But if I use my hand to touch this one pop up, but this something we can see that affordance. This is a label, probably touchable. Yes, touchable. See, then this is another one. Information is here. This is signifier. You can find information. Close. Yeah, I can close it. Okay. Then maybe I need translation. First thing is this one. We need to provide some information. Okay.
第一点就是要给资讯给人家。
这个this one.
就是提供必要的工具。
Affordance. Okay. If you see that this is a label, maybe we need to open it, we need to touch it, we need to hit it. Anything when we are looking at it, we should provide some this kind of affordance inside. Okay.
刚才的老师讲到的设计是同样的道理，就是你要给客户或者是给一个使用者有一个明确的指示，或者是让他知道说知道该怎么去使用它。
Then the first time I told the intuitiveness is important. User should not remember anything about how this program developed or even Unity, anything, how this was made. That's why I told last time, Koji Isu. We should not remind the technology when we are interact with artwork. That's why I said that that's a way can concern as art and science. Okay, real Koji issue. The content doesn't remind us the mechanical stuff or electronic stuff what we used to make. Then here also similar, what we are talking about intuitiveness means first thing I told you guys, user don't need to understand about the sophisticated algorithm or things like he can freely work with his own the understanding about the interaction. That was the first thing I was explained. Second thing I was explaining about the interaction as a metaphor. Okay, metaphor. Then if you are going to use interaction as a metaphor, I told the touch the button or push the button, or maybe walking is a metaphor, like maybe skiing. You think about a skiing, okay? If you want to make a game, skiing, yeah, ski game, okay? Then this is your how does a stick for skiing, okay? Skiing. Then design metaphor is a skiing. Then skiing is just gliding. If you put a virtual world, you feel dizzy, and then maybe next time they will hit you, because after play the game, you make it's easy to make a VR sickness. Okay, then you have to first give this one. After landing, that is the snow. Then this is, he can see, just like what I showed earlier, like a Star Wars arrow, Star Wars like a gun, you can see something. But if we design the snow game, like a skiing game, we can touch this one in a virtual world. We can see, oh, surrounding is snow, is in Nagano in Japan somewhere, or maybe the Minami Alps or somewhere. Okay, you can see everything is snow. But after holding this one, you can see your stick. Then little bit anze. Okay, you feel like comfortable. Then you can put this one. It's moving little bit. Then if you move faster, you will move forward. Then you can develop this kind. That means the headset, we can control, accelerate to move forward. Okay, our camera. Understand? Okay, how translate?
他就是说，
加油！
大家明白是吧？
这一款有加入表演之后，就会明白。
Okay, most important thing is if you get a skiing is a game, then we need to get what is a skiing interaction. That's why I would like to say that a metaphor, interactive metaphor. Then block arranging game, what is a metaphor? Touch by hand. Okay, grabbable, or maybe pinch easy, or maybe grab or move. We should make it that. Okay, but the ski is a kind of game. I said skiing game is interaction is a metaphor. How we are going to skiing? If you put the skiing as a teleporting, do you think is a ski like this one, teleporting, jumping?
说就是可以帮你转移，对，对。
Jumping. This is not really skiing, If you want to make a ski feeling, of course we should have this one to, move like a ski. That is the design metaphor, is interaction metaphor, is skiing. Or like a swimming, just like a swimming. Want to virtual swim, you need to have your hand. Yeah. If we make a VR game and use this pointing and this one and camera mover is not, we cannot consider it as swimming. Yeah. Then interaction is a metaphor. Okay. Hudon is a media, interactive media. Hudon is interaction. Interaction is a metaphor. Then you have to decide what is that interaction, how you are going to use this interaction as a metaphor, design metaphor to your game or application. That's very important. Okay, then metaphor is important. Then I explain next one is affordance. Okay, affordance I explained, maybe probably can translate this one. Hello guys, can you understand this one? Affordance describes which actions are possible and how exactly something can interact with the user. Okay, that's why I said earlier, mouse or any doorbell or door handle, or maybe anything when we looking at day-to-day life, we know this is a key. If I see the key, I know where to hold. Can you give me your key there? Yeah, it was for a long time, it was in the space. If you are looking this one, you can see, this is the place to hold. Did anyone hold it like this? Yeah, sometimes people hold it like this, but we cannot open the door like this. Then that operation have a very specific way to hold and make maybe right side, right-handed, or clockwise rotation, or anti-clockwise is for open. Then on and off. Just get the on and off for this one. If I looking at this one, I know I don't try to rotate this one. This is button is a push, but this one is a kind of like a push. Okay, kind of like we can see it They're like push, feel to poke. Everything starts from the B, feel to poke. But, button, but. Also, you think about in a language inside, B starting from the B, everything, you feel to poke. I don't know why language is that much beautiful thing, That's why when we are making, if you make a flat this one, nobody want to touch this one. That's why button should have a displacement little bit, looks like a, this is affordance. This is saying affordance. This can be pushed. Okay, you feel it. That's the information, necessary information we need to provide the interface. Need to understand design, designing the contents in the VR. VR has two different modes. VR can use for display mode. 360-degree movie and show it in the content, that is the one way. Because we are talking about interaction, then you need to learn about these rules. If you can say that I learn about interactive media, I learn about immersive media, I can see movie inside. It's just a display mode. We cannot criticize it. It's a kind of display mode. But we are design here. We are learning to how to make a content, a game or things. Then we need to think about a principle. Okay, basics and also knowledge about this design. Artwork is okay. Just look, show it inside and dance and something, make a pop up is okay. Understand? No, don't understand.
Yes.
Really?
Yes. 80%.
Okay, then translate.
就是那个操作，就是可以操作的，就是怎样？这个真的很难说哎。
太强了。
对呀。
遥控器要有资讯，让你觉得它是可以按的，不是转的，就这样。你要有资讯，让他知道他大概是干嘛的，大概这样吧。对，没错。大家明白。All of us understand.
All of you understand? 真的吗？
Can I have this PowerPoint? Maybe I can translate the next lesson.
Okay, sure. Okay, wait a moment. I think I should show something. Maybe. Magical interaction. I'm just okay, this one. Okay. This one is if you are working with a consider realistic interaction training application, just like a ski. Okay, just like a ski. Or maybe you are going to shooting game. Okay, that's a training shooting game. Or maybe they all need to follow the proper function, like a way of really interaction. How we are going to shoot, how we are going to ski, then we need to improve. But the second one is a non-realistic interaction. Non-realistic interaction. That's what I was talking about, the magical interaction. Magical interaction. Game have in animation have like this like this kind of a magical interaction. Yeah, you remember that one? Anime? People who see the animation, you know that kind of a, how to say? Yeah.
Doctor Strange.
Yeah, Dr. Strange. All are what? Magical. Or something like that. Maybe or something. These all are magical interaction. There's not available in real life. That kind of a thing is interaction, fidelity. You need to think about what is this interaction fidelity. Like if I select this one, for example, our game is very well defined because Tsumiki, Jenga, block arranging, we have an idea, it's a need to arrange. That is Japanese we call kumitate, just like arrangement we have guided given, then we can arrange. But sometimes we have a game. You need to be there, and then if you put like a flower here, if you touch, it will make a sound. Maybe something come. Maybe push it close to here. Maybe it blast. Or maybe best thing is what? Ghost house. Have you been to Ida? Yeah. Ida Mall. Ida inside have ghost house. No? Yeah, have you been there? Yes. Go to ghost house? I didn't go. You didn't go to ghost house? You go? You scared? Didn't go? Because when we know the ghost house, of course we know one thing, it's scary. Second thing is we know something, suspense. Spooky sound. Ooh, wow, something will come. Or maybe lighting. The designing, we can know that this is a virtual content inside. Spooky stuff. Should not provide the, go forward. Put the button. Have you ever seen a ghost house like this? Have you ever been to ghost house? Yeah. At least one time. Yeah. Did you see any place? Go forward, turn right. No. Have you had Yoma? Real? Have arrow? No. No, it's a discoverable, but somehow discoverable. But discoverable from what? Magical interaction. But sometimes have a light blinking, beep, beep, beep. Do you close to there? No, you escape. Yeah, run away. Yeah, that kind of indicator. Some indicators is guiding indicators, but for ghost house is a totally opposite. Because suspense, like a red light, or maybe yellow light, or green light. You have some insight, some guidance, but don't have the verbal information. They need to understand interaction have fidelity. You know the meaning fidelity? Yeah, because no need to scare, because we know this is a ghost house, something happened. Do you know this term?
No.
Maybe this one. Second. Interaction. Hudong. Yeah, this one Hudong. Then fidelity.
存在真实感。
Yeah.
互动的真实感，真实的互动感。
Yeah, then for the art piece, you said that this is passive art, passive interaction. Passive interaction means mainly we don't have this kind of stuff, magical. Okay, you find by yourself. If you go to the temple, church, if you go to temple, how do? You bye-bye. If you go to the church, you are going to make a, crucifying after moving to place, right place. Did anyone tell you? When your little mama told you, okay. After that, did anyone tell you? But some temple, I know, in my country, you need to go right side and you need to return back from the left side. You have to, okay. Yeah, it's kind of a constraint we have, constraints, okay. Constraints we have, but interaction also have a constraint. But for the magical interaction fidelity, when we see the temple, then you can see that this is the temple. You know how to go. If you go to temple, you can dance. So yeah, temple have dance, but the different type of dance. If you go to temple to have a toilet, no. Toilet is a toilet, temple is a temple, house is a house. Then fidelity is a kind of like its own dedicated for some purpose. Okay, specific purpose. So like this one, fidelity. adhesions or like adherence means like people already adhere about that. Okay, like this bye bye. This is the way of bye bye. Someone want to bye bye like this? Have you ever seen someone go to temple? Bye bye. Did you see? No. People do that. This is the way to say bye bye. Okay. Then yeah, and it's interesting thing. You need to realize this kind of information. Otherwise, you cannot make a good VR application. You can have everywhere VR. Go to the temples, go to museums, go to art museum or maybe science museum. Everywhere have VR. Now afterwards, from today, after this lesson, next time when you go to that application, think about what is the basic interaction of this application. Did they really touch the real metaphor for their application? How did they guide it? What is the level of information? You have to think next time. Okay? Understand? Hello?
Yeah.
Yeah. Then affordance, okay. Today I'm going to only talk about the up to feedback. Okay? After feedback I'm going to talk other things. Other day I will talk. Affordance already. Affordance is provide, the specific information, like a possible information to people to touch it, hold it, or maybe interact with that. Okay? Simply. Then enough elements you should provide. Okay? Because if the application is not like a magical interaction, like a ghost house or like a magic, you don't need to provide. But other application you should provide the affordance. Okay, enough affordance detail. Then signifiers. How to make affordance? Providing enough signifiers. Yeah, because of this one, this is the. Okay, now I'm going to make Can you see? No. How come? Okay, you can go to. Yeah, this one, okay. Yeah, this is a tilt brush. Okay. Open brush. This is the signifiers. Okay, this one, this is signifier label. And this, what is this? 10. You should go to here. See? Did they say this one come to here? No. He say your right hand. This is a selector. Can you understand? This is the selector. If you are left-hander, then you can change your, very beginning, you are right-hander or left-hander, you should provide the information. Can you understand? You should provide enough information. Guys, you can understand. See, this say, 10 thing is go to here. Okay. And if you make the application, VR application, maybe particles move. Or person is landing into the virtual world. He's standing. He don't know what to do. Okay. Then you should provide enough signifiers. This. See? Oh, this is what you need to do. And select or object. Okay. Or drawing. Okay. Now after looking this one, what to do? Here. See? Blinking. These are signifiers, okay? You should provide the signifiers. Certain time, like a VR application, he landed. He's waiting sometimes. Somewhere information came. See that? See? Signifiers. 1, 2. See? This one, see? Signifiers. Oh, here. Any of application in any of place is okay to touch. Okay, because this kind of a thing, do you have in everyday life? I don't have. I first time to see it in this application. Okay, therefore menus come like this or pop up like this. Then should provide the should provide the enough. See this one. See, pointing to where? Touch. Then select. Okay. See, this one. See, or bigger, smaller. These all are what we call signifiers. Okay? Understand?
就是说比如说刚才那个例子，就是右边那一个就是用来选择左边那个手的，左边的就是那个叫什么那个，是去选择。
Here is a signifier is any perceivable indicator. Any perceivable indicator that conveys appropriate purpose, structure, operation and behavior of object and user. Understand? No. Male. Only 20%. I should teach this one. Something perceivable object. Okay, your Jenga game or your block arranging game, you need to, after land in 2 seconds, 3 seconds, if you keep him always the same, he will lift up. Then you fail. Most of the museum application, you can go and research in the museum application. Many people are VR, I don't need. Why? Why? Annoying. Annoying or what? One thing is afraid because they don't know what is this. Maybe tech, high tech, something happen. Other thing is hair. Because the people, Japan, very hard to do this one VR because Japanese women, they don't want to wear this. What about other countries? Because we are talking about the metaverse. Japanese women don't like to wear headset. Then how to make a metaverse? It's a reality. Yeah, because why? Makeup, headset, the hair, they don't chop their hair design. No, don't want. It's a big challenge for this industry. Then like that one thing is before touch this one, they have this kind of a problem. Then where? After wearing, where? What can I do? How can I do? Don't hear about any information. Then quickly, it's okay, so enough. Keep. That a reality happen. But if we are designing, then the beginning, you should provide, if the application is everyday life, that's like skiing, this is a skiing game. After jumping, flying game, she will fly, she will ski. But like if you make something and give and say that this is a 4D, blah, these things is okay for get money for the project. But really, if you make application for the people, you should provide enough signifiers. Otherwise, he quickly move out your headset. Yeah, that's a big challenge. Even stereoscopic movie, stereo movie, Riti Dei, stereoscopic movies, boom is a 1950s, 60s, is very high. Then after that content came, content is so sucks. People threw away. They totally refuse 3D movies. Then it came back again in 2000 back, and then the 4D cinema like IMAX, all things came. Is much better. Then contents should be fit with the things. But now stereoscopic movie override by the VR. But in the VR movies, we cannot make like that kind of a 90 minutes movie. Can you see in a VR? Very hard. 90 minutes movie. If you looking in a VR mode like this, definitely you have a eye strain, VR sickness. This problem we'll have. That's why still struggling. But nobody talk about these things. The guy, as a person, came from the stereoscopic movie to 3D, and then I can tell this one to explain reality. Or otherwise, you guys don't want to study this one. I say that, don't touch it because this is reality. It's still VR. Only short movie can show. Maximum 20 minutes. How many people do the research about that? What is the most suitable length for the VR movies? Could we make a real movie in the theater, feature film? Feature film is 90 minutes or 60 minutes or even less movie to adapt to the VR mode? No, it still didn't do. Netflix is adapted for the digital. This is a digital screen looking at, but still VR animation is short. Then something we need to make. What is that something? Interactivity. That's the important thing, okay? If you are looking at a VR in a somewhere movie, like what I said, display mode. Display mode, this is a fail for the movie. I can tell any place. Don't fool the people. Because if you make a movie like a 360 degree movie for 90 minutes looking this one, even I don't want to see. That's the reality. That means the new content should come to here. That content should be minimum, suit for this. That is the reality. But all of these things the people don't talk, because people only talk about this icing, cake, toppings. They only talk about toppings. They don't talk about real problems. Then all you guys, the leaders for people who should bring the contents to here, don't try to adapt the contents to the VR. It's a fake. It's a no meaning. If you go to the Jiruzo, like old movies, try to capture, try to bring to here, can't do. You know the manhwa. Manga, Japan manga has a very long history. Handphone came. Okay, handphone. After handphone came, digital manga have. Did Japanese people refuse the manga? Manhwa, comic book, manga book. You know, in my lab, in my like your age, study in Japan, we can cover ourselves from the manga books. You know, after 1 year reading manga, you can cover like a separate. This is my area, your area, because we separate the place from the manga books, because every week several books people bought for the laboratory, and then we have a lot of, then we made the wall from the manga books. But still manga printing. Don't try to bring the other media into the new media. It's a fake. For example, manga, try to make a short manga version for the handphone, can make a short version. What about a meme? Memes. Meme is a new media, came to Facebook or social media. That is a new form. Even it is not animation. It is not the movie. It is not a manga. Okay, it's a new form with the humor, main humor, and also absurdity brought into piece of graphics. Quickly can get within square resolution can bring. Okay, now why I am teaching this one today to you guys, don't try to bring the somewhere things to mode change to the VR or this is a totally problem. Even this is school or other school or the technology school, why technology school talk about VR is good and then we can do, yeah, no problem, we accept it. What about the coming to the art school, then what they do that they just try to use that art content to here. It's also no big problem, because it's hard to do that. Then you need to design the right content to this. That's a challenge. That's why I today told you guys basic things. These basic things nobody teach. If you go to the teacher course about Unity, learn about Unity. Okay. Today also I can teach about Unity stuff making. Plus this one I can teach. Or you are learning processing. Or interactive media, we learn about processing. Or we learning about Arduino. We learning about some other device. But what about content? Then for content we are going to talk about the animation part or this animation. But how this content is fit for the media is very important. Then don't think that this device can put everything inside. It can't. Okay. Then if you would like to keep audience with you to walk, interact inside, then you need to put something inside, not the money. But the main problem right now, they think that you can put people into this by using money. That's why people say NFT and can make a metaverse. You can earn money. Then people wear like this and wear and money. People, no. It's also no, it doesn't going to happen. Then it's also fake. Then really want to make a VR contents, you need to make interactivity and cultivate and design something to really hear. Then enjoying content, new content needed. That's why I said this 5 years VR came. 2017 is a VR year. 2017年 is a VR year. 2017 is a VR year of the VR. You can go to the Time magazine, VR year 2017. Now already 5 years gone. Can you find any IP for VR from Taiwan? Can you find from Japan? Nintendo tried to put something inside. PlayStation tried to put something inside. That is their original content. Just change into the form. How about a movie? Can you find? Very short movie can do that. Then little by little adapting. But the problem was where? Problem was people don't talk as this one as a content creation mode. Then biggest problem is they forgot interactivity part. How to use interactivity as a metaphor. Then that the people can engage to the content. Otherwise, definitely they will take it out. If someone looking at your game, within 2 minutes he take it out headset, you fail. This is the problem. Then, for example, like a contents make like a BTS, maybe BTS concert in there. They know 60 years Obacham maybe where this not everyone in the future. You think that Ariana Grande is going to perform her next performance in there? Said. But people want to see the naked eye. If you go to the Ariana Grande, I can touch Ariana Grande close to there. I see the, oh wow, I'm sitting the front row of the concert. You feel it, this kind of things. But okay, enough. This is the biggest problem. These problems nobody talk about. Then you guys are the people who go into the industry, need to tell to future generation, what is the real interactive content creation? Is it not just we are talking about the things, okay, how to use them practically, otherwise everything will collapse in the future. It's a big problem. It's like we have more than enough evidence in the world. That is a stereoscopic movie. After stereoscopic movie collapsed in 1950s, it took 50 years to return back. Not 1 year, 2 years, 50 years took to come back. If this fail, it have to, need to wait for a very long time to return back. Need to be careful with me. That's my key point is here. Affordance, perceivable others, not however, affordance must be perceivable to effective. Significance may be perceivable indicator. Enough indicators need to give quickly. If he where we are looking at the headset, I can't see anything. Oh, it is too tight. Be careful when you're designing. That's why design principle, what is interaction principle, you need to write down. Or this is ski game, or maybe Taiwan traditional game. You want to change to the VR mode. What are the Taiwan traditional games? Mahjong. Mahjong. Oh, except Mahjong, what kind of game you want to bring into the VR mode? What is worth? Why do we need to make it into Mahjong? Top, yeah, like and then make it. Oh, or go to temple. You make like what is it? Tongue. What is it? For lucky and then make tongue. Yeah, temple. Yeah, you gave that one.
I'm making that.
Oh, you are making that game. Okay.
Yeah,
Then, is anything new there? Something.
No, I just.
Because.
I'm just making the scene and I'm designing how to do like real, throwing on the floor. Yeah.
Physically it can apply, no problem. Then it will be like a random, like a real life, no problem. But my key point is something new game, the traditional one, adapting to the VR mode. You need to find something, new thing, or introduce something. What is the reason? Otherwise, they are, because best thing is Lee Landon, he's developing VR doll and to communicate virtual and physical. I showed to little kids about this application. Why do I want to wear this one and hug the doll? I like this doll. And then he said, oh, it's cute. Then it's a kind of like the very hard people to convince how this object or contents suit for the VR is very important. The designing part, you need to think more deeper, not just like make something quite easy and think that this is VR and we can make it. That's this 5 years faking people, disguising people. This is 5 years. Another 5 years, can we move to another 5 years? Very hard. Then NFT is trying to making something people in, because not every people think of money. Yeah, if people think that is NFT can earn money, then people can go Bitcoin, people can. But the biggest challenge is Japanese women don't want to wear this. Then how about an African woman? How about the other area woman? Even they don't know what is a VR. This is a reality today. Then you guys need to make this interactive. It is enjoyable. Something different there. That is a new thing, new content, like a meme or something. Some idea you should bring inside. That is the point. But most important thing, engineers, they try to make a very light headset. They are trying to make a very light headset, or maybe fast display, or maybe non-DC contents. Yeah, it's okay, because that is for the engineering part. Content part, they should think about suitable content to this mode is a challenge. Be careful, this one. Therefore, when you're designing this, you deeper think. That's why I select the block arranging game. Block arranging game, all inside this domain. It's no need, because a block arranging game in a real life, why? Real life, we have one time. If you play the block arranging game one time, it's a block already made. Okay, next thing is you need to do it very faster. But if you do the block arranging game in a VR mode, you can make many versions, many numbers, many different kind of game, or you can make your selectable contents. Then, for example, 50 cubes, or maybe the what we call arranging difficulty, complexity. We can make a complexity, but most of the block arranging games is a very simple, target about the kids, young kids. Maybe they make it, they think it's okay enough, because parents also don't have money that much things to buy. Because some people like it blocks, they bought a lot, but now very hard to see, because they like something in handphone or pop up. That is a magical interaction. That's why I said the key part earlier slide. Magical interaction is something suspense, surprise. Suspense is suspense. Suspense, what is it meaning? Suspense. Something going to happen. Maybe I think, for example, maybe sound came outside. Maybe that kind of like maybe give like a suspense. Maybe this happened. This may not happen. Audience may think about the contents regarding. Okay, then later something happened unexpected. That is surprise. Okay, surprise things may happen. This one is a good way to touch for the non, we call it as a common, non-common, or the contents is a totally different. Imagination, pure imagination. Those content is good. Pure imagination, like a dream world, or maybe fantasy, different fantasy, or maybe something people early never perceived, or it's a good way to bring into contents. Then Super Mario bring into here, or maybe Nintendo game bring into here. It's good for display mode. Okay, but can enjoy. So a bit surprise, or maybe better than the normal game. Maybe have more jumping, or maybe person is going to be a Mario. You are going to be a Mario. Selfie, you're going to be Mario. Yeah, jump. That is a type of like we call as a point of view, POV. Point of view is going to be a third person point of view. We are now going to be a first person point of view. A person is going to be who is a Mario. I'm going to be a Mario. I'm jumping, looking at, running. This is a kind of a something make it. But IP is belongs to them. You can't make. You need to make about your own contents. Okay. Creativity. And the today's last one, I need to talk about the constraints. This one also need to little bit think, guys. Okay, some contents is have limitations. Not all. Some limitations we have. What are those limitations? Yeah, for example, gesture interaction like this, or 2 finger, 3 finger. If I look like this, can't do that. Okay, then that is one of a constraint. We can use a third, middle finger. Some gestures we can't use that. Like sometimes we can like this also cannot do that. Okay, therefore, something even is applicable or maybe implementable, but can't do that. Therefore, logical, semantic, cultural limitations we have. Cultural limitation. For example, some of the contents like Candy Crush is okay, Candy Crush. You can crash the candy and get them. Then maybe I have tried to blast something. Maybe I am going to blast the Taipei 101. Do you think that I make a game, blast in Taipei 101? How about the people think? You can't do that. Yeah. But if I say that, make a game, I'm going to blast it Tiananmen Square. If I make like a game, blast it Tiananmen Square, China. Then you say, okay. Yeah, I'm going to make a tank and blast it. You can say, okay. Or sometimes you can say that, okay, fighting with the boxing game, fighting with Donald Trump. Or maybe a boxing game with Putin. Okay? You are happy to do that. But how about I would make a boxing game with Tsai Ing-wen? Do you think that? Or maybe Hango you? Therefore, some of the things we can't do that. Some constraint have. Sometimes social, sometimes semantic. The term is logical, semantic, and logically we don't want to blast the Taipei 101. We know that is a kind of land. We know logically it's not good. It's not a blastable. Hunting is quite okay. Catch apple picking. Game make apple picking. Logically okay, no problem. Yeah, apple is we have to pick it. Okay, then no problem from the logically. But some of the constraint is logically we can't do. You need to think about this. Either maybe like a social game for maybe kind of like now new thing is people make a game. While you play the game, you casting. Game casting, Game casting. You are play the game. You stream into YouTube. Okay. That one is a movie. Make a movie, make animation or game. That kind of a new content is on internet. Why do we need to do them, see them? Why do you want to see? But you can play the same game. But you lose. You are not good at that much. But you want to looking at it. Really? Game is not just only you play and you win. Sometimes people would like to see that someone climbing and maybe he's in there, maybe try to drop. Maybe you like to say Jayo, Jayo. Maybe that also entertainment. Okay, then entertainment is not just like you play or someone play, because you can entertaining that difficulty. You cannot play that part, but you like to be looking at, or somebody desire, you feel to push him up. Yeah, this type of contents we have today. Then some contents, like for example, some limitation. For example, game we can see the VR also some type of streaming, and that's why I would like to say the VR painters now. Beginning lesson I told Sakaguchi and also another few artists, they are always painting VR, the streaming way of their painting. They try to find a new audience because the content is money. Okay, but now here you can understand this part. The final part I would like to say that the limitation maybe probably I told this one is a logical, semantic and cultural limitation. For the example, is depend on the way of interacting in a certain culture or certain group of people or society. A limitation possible action through the proper use of constraint allow the interaction designed to be more feasible and can simplify interaction while improving the accuracy, precision and use efficiency. For example, we know if we get a fancy means you need to be fancy. How much fancy? Little fancy? Big? More fancy? Fantastic? What is the dream? How about dream? Dream. Scary? Happy dream? Sad dream? How happy? How can you describe? Does it depend on the contents? Or contents where you like to see? Or scary dream means you don't like to see them? Okay? And then the some contents we cannot make that much that level. For example, you want to make yesterday night you saw a dream. Okay? It was so scary. But if you want to remake that content as you like, as you seen yesterday night, can you make it that much level? You can't reproduce that level. Some part you forgot already. Some part is hard to make into the VR. Then how do you do? Simplify it. That was someone chasing me to kill. Then I think you get that main part is okay, simplified. This is the one I want to make. Someone chasing me, or maybe you are maybe like I still can remember my childhood dream. Teacher asked to write a dream about the essay, and my dream there was a candle. It's an oil lamp. Then there's I met the guard in the dream. And then God showed me this is my lamp, and he said this is your lamp. I can see that my lamp is about to die. Then I want to put the oil from the God lamp into my lamp, but I know that it's not good. It's also make a cheating. But my lamp is about to end. I feel sad, because I feel so upset. And then when God was moving away, I was trying to put some oil into the finger. Then I 2-3 times I scared and awake. What happened? The the cat was sleeping nearby me, bite my finger because I put the finger into cat's but entire scene is not really happen. But the idea what I get from the dream, that lamp and that one, then I made that essay, I get a full marks. But the contents I remember, most important thing was a God and the lamp and me. 3 people we can remember, that can. But the fancy world what I saw in that night was I can't make that. You need to simplify. Then most, if you make a game or content, you need to grab that what are the most important element, and limited it and try to make it. You can make it. Then, but the most problem in a VR, people try to make everything into the VR. That's the one biggest problem, designing content. They think like, I want to make a VR, it's so fancy, so beautiful, but I can't do that because objects may be too big, heavy, need a time and texturing and something. Or some content is a procedural making, like a smoke, fire, or like a signifiers, like a moving elements, moving and these kind of things can quite easy to make. Then you have to realize what are the level of content. Level of content you need to think about the what level is a low quality, high quality, or rich. You need to decide. Second thing is about the degree of freedom, DOF. That's why I wrote degree of freedom. This one is okay for game for skiing. I like this one because ski degree of freedom like this. Okay, then no problem can do. No harm, no change, because I hold the ski stick like this. Then I can feel. Only thing is I don't have the feedback from this side. If I make a 3D printed stick to here, then I can, put in here and put the sand or something on the floor. You feel like this. Then you can have the tactile feedback. Sound also have. Then you can buy something from outside, from like a Regifoam, styrofoam. Bubbles you can put in here like a snow and can make it like this. If you move, you also feel like a tactile. Or water. That's okay, my friend, no problem. And you can make it. For example, water. The waterfall, you have water. And then for relaxing, you make a stone wall, stone. Meditation, you try to make a, the what is it called, the stone arranging. Balance, you are concerning too much. You hear the water sound, nobody there, very beautiful environment, it's under forest, okay, you can feel the water. If you make a really water flow flowing here this side, then you can still feel like you are arranging and can be relaxed. Can make these kind of things, but no problem because the degree of freedom is okay because the limited area. I can move away like this, but I don't need this. If I need to use holding something like a game like this holding like this, of course you need to make the shaking feel like you need to connect this too. If I shooting like this, keeping this 2 hand like this fighting, but you feel like this is degree of freedom is not right. That's why we made 3D printing. And here they make a connection. Then you can make it. You can go to the internet. You can find many accessories made for gaming. That's also money. Some game contents you can design and upload somewhere. Okay, $5, $10. Quest game, or maybe Quest tennis game, tennis racket looks like, or golf stick. If I would like to make a golf stick like this, okay, I can move, pick, extension can make. Okay, then you can have to think about a level of contents, level of degree of freedom for the interaction. All you have to little by little need to think. Okay. Then constraint. What I talk about today. One thing is first thing is about the interaction intuitiveness. It should be intuitive. Okay. Second thing is interaction should concern as a metaphor. Okay. Second thing I was to talk about the affordance when we are designing content. You should provide enough signifiers, otherwise people remove it. No need too much. This is too much. It's too obvious. Okay, and then constraint you need to put. Okay, feedback we can talk later. Okay, now understand this one you have to concern when you are making contents. Okay, then let's go back to our application last time made.
This is opening now.
Okay. Then we will meet at Friday. Which day?
你晚上吗？是晚上。
Afternoon also okay. Morning also I have time.
我下午比较好。你下午会？
还是有要别天？
How about you go back home?
你们先上班之前。
最好是大家都在。
因为我礼拜五下午比较可以，晚上比较。
如果是礼拜四，大家都可以。
礼拜四。
不行 You go back home?
你是哪一天比较？四五吗？
Thursday, Wednesday, Friday, you don't know here?
礼拜三。上午有课。礼拜二不是今天？对。礼拜一。下礼拜。礼拜一应该是老师不行。
Monday night is okay. Then Monday night is okay. You have a lesson Monday night?
Monday, what time? 7 o'clock?
Okay, I'm okay.
不然说真的，我们要看哪一天上线上。
礼拜五是谁不行？
礼拜五有2个人不行。
礼拜四
谁不行？我不行。
礼拜三。礼拜三我不行。礼拜二三也不行。
I'm going to use this one, okay, and I.
这礼拜不行。这礼拜不行。
下礼拜。
下礼拜。
下礼拜可以。礼拜五还是礼拜几？
礼拜四五都可以。
下礼拜也就可以了。
哦，那下个礼拜。
下礼拜是可以。不行。
哦，是啊，是这个。
那我上下礼拜五也不行。
因为我礼拜四就没课。
那如果下个礼拜一呢？
下礼拜一晚上的话，我跟强尼还有他可能要开。
对，因为我要开礼拜一吗？
等一下我们这礼拜开过会，下礼拜应该不会。我们这礼拜没有开会。
这礼拜没开会。下礼拜有开。
我们这礼拜没开会。我们这礼拜有开没开都不知道。我们这边没有开。不然就变成说我们3个都要线上。
也可以啊。
不然就全体线上。那就看老师比贵的意见，然后我们不行就自己线上。可以啊。
Yeah?
What time is better for you next week?
Monday is okay.
Monday. If you have another day.
Wednesday afternoon, okay.
Wednesday afternoon. 礼拜三下午不行。
礼拜三下午可以。
Thursday afternoon.
Thursday. 礼拜四下午我在坐车。你在坐车？是的。
那就礼拜三吧。礼拜三可以吧？也可以吧？啊，礼拜三你可以啊。对。
我都刚好坐开。
但那也都错开也好尴尬。
那你还有
嗯？ Sorry?
We should ask.
I think because hello, we have maybe you can tell him we have another lesson this week.
Hello，你有想上吗？
你们下礼拜，比如说下礼拜，老师如果礼拜五吗？
我们在调时间，大家的时间。你有什么时间是比较方便的？
那下次我先不用上。
不是你们的课，这个是我的课。
Okay, can I continue here quickly? Okay, this is the same content last time. Okay.
Yeah.
And this one I used another cube. Okay, this one interactable, this one. Inside I didn't do anything, I just used the grabbable, rigid body, interactable. This is a basic thing we need to have. And then here we have grabbable inside. I don't have any the operation yet. Okay, let me first save this one and then try to build. Then I can teach you two-hand transformer. Okay, two-hand transformer is mostly about for the scaling, but for the Jenga or block arranging, you don't need to scale it.
他说两只手的话，那个 two grab 的话就是用在那个大小上面那个 scale 可以是放大，对缩放上面。
The which day is better?
如果是礼拜4号
Thursday.
yeah.
This Thursday or next Thursday?
Next Thursday.
Next week Thursday. Okay.
And what time is better for you?
Evening or afternoon? What?
下午还是？你说下礼拜四还是这礼拜？下礼拜四。下礼拜四我可以。
Next week. Next week have 2 classes.
下礼拜四晚上可以。
可以啊，没问题。
你可以吗？你不行。
我应该是都不行，
都不行。
因为我把课塞得很集中。
哦，原来。
然后每次就
那如果你线上可以吗？
可以。
好。
Now this cannot touch. Why? This one? This one is okay. This one is for rotating. This one is holding. Is okay. But hand is already there. But cannot walk. Cannot walk. I want to make like a later 2 hand, but even single hand cannot walk. Why?
Yes, we didn't put the prefix on the
You mean here?
yeah.
Okay. Yeah, you mean this one, free hand, this one?
Yeah.
Put it like this.
Yeah.
You can see. But this week, I think everyone better you have sample what we learned so far, try to compile and then make it here. When time permits, come here and then connect and working. Okay. Can touch? Meola. Why?
Why?
What's the reason? You have to tell. But this one okay. Why? Can you tell me? Can.
They don't have hand setting.
Yes.
Oh,
为什么？
没有手的。
为什么？为什么？Oh, okay, sorry.
因为它没有。
太气人。
Here is a grabbable, interactable. You remember?
Yes.
We have to make a hand grab.
Yeah.
This should be inside here. Okay, this is interactable. This one can be interact with the, the like this. Okay, but the hand, this one to make it, we need the hand grabbable interactor. We need to use. This should be here child. Okay.
This is this, yeah.
Yeah, this object. Yeah, then you need to put this interactable object. Okay, and then we can put like this one for kind of a interactable object. Okay. Oops. Already done under here. Okay. And I can show you the sample later. What are the key points? Because sometimes the object when we are working with, we always work with the only for the grabbable interactables. Okay. Maybe time is there. Wait a moment. I can. Where's the? Here. Sorry. Now you can see that is this one, okay? This object inside. You can open this one, hand interactable. See here. That's what I did right now, because here early I don't have this one. Okay, that's why I newly put it. Now you can see this inside here. This cube. Oh, just get this cube. Okay, there's the stone cube. This one. Okay, visuals we didn't change the color. It's okay. These are for the visuals. This is a grab interactable, can grab. That's what we call grab interactable. Okay, second one is you can see that hand grab interactable in here. See, hand grab interactable, but also pose has, because we are going to use a two hand. That's why hand pose also need to put here as a component. Then the hand grabbable interactable have this kind of a collision grab and this. Okay, and here you can find our cube here, this guy. You see this one. Okay, this is our cube, and here hand grab interactor. Okay, and also if you would like to hand grab API inside. Okay, this normally we only have, but pinning or we don't have, but here you can find how we do this one to grab any object. Do you want to use the grab object by the controller? You should add the grabbable interactable. Where can you find? You can find inside the Oculus runtime prefab, and then runtime prefab you can find this is the grab. This one is here. It's like a drag and drop. Any object, mesh, or maybe a primitive shape you made, you should drag and drop into here. Then this one, you can see this grab interactor, this one, and then I need to drag stone cube into here. What is a pinnable object? I need to just drag this one into here, see? And then rigid body, so this rigid body, if you put it here, this rigid body is going to be that rigid body, okay? And then how about a hand grab? Hand grab also here. And then where's the stone cube? You can find hand grab. This is a pointable element. Pointable elements is this one, you can drag and drop into here, okay? That's a hand grab interactable. And then inside here, hand grab interactable, this one, okay, hand grab interactable. Where's a pointable object? You can wait. I think this one need to put inside to here, under this, okay? And then you can find the rigid body is this one, and the grabbable object, you can see the active object, like a pointable is this one is a pointable object. You can, if you don't select anything, you can keep like this open, or you can drag into here, because already rigid body is applied here, because under this hierarchy, okay, you can make it. That how can you make. And in here, after making, for I can explain in here this cube, okay, this cube. And then what we did differently, in here, stone, hand grab, make a little bit larger, and you can see this one. Here, stone cube, because this is object, you can apply component here, two hand. That's how we can input in here. Two hand the grab, two grab free transformer. This one is a one grab free transformer. Need to, and then both of them you need to jump into here, and this one drop into here. Then what you need to do next week you have some content, cube or things. All your cube stuff, did you build them? Did you build them already? Okay. And then you can, for example, like this doll, okay, the doll object, this one. In the doll object, this is a doll object, but if you go back to mesh, this is a doll mesh, okay, this one, doll object, if you would like to find. Wait a moment, you can go models. Meshes. Models, samples, models. Where? Props, models. It's a box only. Meshes, no meshes. Doll in here. This is a doll inside. If you select this one, you can see this is a doll. Okay, this doll you can bring from FBX. Okay, FBX file. If I double click this one, it will open in the FBX folder. We don't have FBX here. Maybe this computer should have. Wait. I think this Unity application, when we double click this one, okay, normally here, oh, now is load with this application, okay. This is the without the texture, okay. I think there's no FBX in this motion builder. Yeah, motion builder 23 is here. Maybe it didn't change to the file format. Okay, and this your all object you can make export as FBX. Okay, remember, if you cannot add these libraries for example, I mean if you are not going to apply your doll into game object, for example, make a next time, okay, you make a new game object, empty game object, name it, okay, maybe block, okay, maybe your block 1, this is a game object, okay, game object inside, and then you need to find your mesh, you load to mesh here, model. Then model for this one is a doll, this is a mesh, okay, this is a mesh. Then you need to load into the mesh, okay, here. And for example, maybe I think we have mug mesh, navigation, doll mesh, a different type of model, okay. This is a doll mesh, okay, this is doll mesh, but it is already prefab in here, okay, anyway, it's okay. Then after loading from your FBX, then you can load this one into here, okay. This is my model, then this is a mesh, okay, it's something like this mesh, okay. Then after mesh, then you need to add the component. Here you can see the component adder, mesh collider, and also you have to add the interactable, okay, and then grabbable, sorry, not here grabbable because he applied to here, okay, because then you can add into this one, because this one you can see the doll, he use the mesh collider or whatever things. Then you have block 1, this block 1 you can add maybe rigid body, or okay, rigid body, and you need to add the grabbable, okay, grabbable. Then you need to add the grab interactable, okay, there's a minimum things you need to add, okay. This your all blocks you made, rename game object block 1, block 2, okay, because this mesh we just use as a mesh collider, this one, because it's again received from other app or something, but this one is a train something for hand. This one we talk next week, okay, hand, how to train the different type of hand, okay.
But why we need to train empty first?
I think because it's very easy. For example, this is a game object, okay, we apply into here, but later this is a mesh. And for example, if you apply to this one, then you will be not able to do something else. For example, mesh collider. Mesh collider should apply into your here, this one mesh, and here you can make a probably mesh collider. This is mesh. Then you have to put the the different type of material, okay, whatever application. Then the design, always design not a attitude. Design attitude, you better to first make a empty game object. Inside the game object you load your contents. That's a good thing to do, okay. But now you can see that we have two things. This is the earlier one, this is a new one, but the problem is we didn't load these materials, her materials we didn't make, because this one I think like a box collider, I don't have it like box collider, okay, you can add, okay, like for example convex you can make, okay. I think maybe it's a needed time to go, but what you can do is a basic thing is all your models what you made, export to FBX, okay, FBX, and bring it. If you don't have FBX, you are going to make a arranging game in a Unity, then no problem, because you are going to make it in here, cube, capsule, or whatever elementary objects you are going to use. I don't know, it's up to you. Okay, next week when you bring, if you already designed the bed in 3D and what you need to arrange, then means a bed have another mesh collider. These all are mesh, different mesh. Okay, block 1, block 2, I don't know, way of you are renaming. You prepare. Then a game, the design, what is the content, how many blocks do you have,